Candidates for State Senator, District 8. Roxana Holzapfel. Party, Republican. Campaign funding, traditional. Website, www.roxanafораrizona.com. Biography. Born in Florida, Roxana is a second-generation Hispanic. Her father is Cuban and her mother Puerto Rican. She has been an Arizona resident for over 36 years. She is a wife, a mother of 2 sons, has been a small business owner, and served as a field training officer for the Tampa Police Department, where she received an award for her dedication to helping women of domestic abuse find safety from their abusive partners. Statement. This is the critical tipping point if our citizens are to prosper and thrive. The other party has had their chance in this district, and they've given us higher costs and more crime in our neighborhoods. It's time for a new voice to represent all residents and protect your families and interests. I'm dedicated to supporting your conservative values, prioritizing families, and advocating for policies to protect our children, restore your economic standard of living, and reinforce public safety, which includes securing our southern border. We need committed fighters to defend this seat. By supporting me, you are endorsing a common-sense approach to these vital matters. Together, we can ensure a prosperous and safe future. Lauren Kuby. Party, Democratic. Campaign funding, traditional. Website, https://www.kubyforsenate.com. Biography. Former Tempe Vice Mayor and Council Member Lauren Kuby is a longtime advocate for environmental, consumer, and worker protections. Recognized as a champion for climate action and cities as incubators of innovation, Lauren was featured in the book Reclaiming Gotham for challenging legislative interference in local decision-making. As a council member, she spearheaded Tempe's Climate Action Plan and drove innovation in water conservation, solar energy adoption, and campaign finance reform. At ASU's Global Institute of Sustainability, Lauren engaged communities in climate solutions. She led the university's Stardust Center for Affordable Homes and the Family, where she worked to craft solutions leading to healthy communities. Statement. With Arizona in the throes of a climate crisis, evidenced by our extreme heat, historic drought, increased frequency and intensity of wildfires, and poor air quality, I'll focus on win-win climate solutions that protect our most vulnerable residents. I am a newly minted grandmother who believes that the decisions we make today must not come at the expense of future generations. I'm also a proven progressive leader who will champion climate action. It's time for the legislature to follow the lead of our cities and universities and embrace clean energy, water conservation, and a just transition from fossil fuels for indigenous communities. Fight for abortion access. All work to protect our reproductive rights. Our children cannot grow up in a state where their freedoms are restricted and their lives endangered. Protect public education. Let's roll back ESA vouchers that are bankrupting our treasury and diverting funds from our public schools. Ensure protections for workers. I'll sponsor worker-friendly legislation, including prevailing wages and project labor agreements. Strengthen voting rights. We must reverse legislation that restricts citizen ballot initiatives. Act on the housing crisis. We must strive to find cities and affordable housing developers to build housing and create healthy communities. Learn more at kubyforsenate.com. Candidates for State Representative District 8. Janeen Connolly. Party Democratic. Campaign funding traditional. Website www.azjaneen.com. Biography. Janeen Connolly currently engages in constructive political activism. She retired in 2021 an SRP Senior Government Relations Representative, responsible for rural Arizona city and county relationships, as well as chambers of commerce. For 24 years, Janeen conducted grassroots engagement for critical infrastructure siting projects throughout the state. Janeen served on Governor Jan D. Hull's task force on employment for people with disabilities. Janeen raised 4 children, earned degrees from MCC and ASU, and holds a master's in advocacy communication. Since retiring, she supports worthy campaigns, volunteers at a local food pantry, and enjoys a tiny cabin at top of the world. Statement. Meet Janeen Connolly, candidate to fill LD8's open seat in the Arizona House of Representatives. Janeen understands that the word represent is in the title of the job. Her first priority will be to represent you. A 42-year resident of Tempe, Janeen raised 4 daughters on her own while earning degrees from MCC and ASU. She holds a master's in advocacy communication. Janeen worked for SRP, gaining public consent for major infrastructure projects. She is an accomplished community organizer with a proven track record of bringing people together to solve problems, skills needed to be an effective legislator. Those who know her integrity, work ethic, and passion have encouraged Janeen to run. She supports business. She supports unions. She will work for better jobs for Arizonans. Janeen submitted 3 times the required number of signatures to qualify for the ballot. This tells you she knows how to put in the hard work and connect with voters. At their doors, voters tell Janeen to focus on K-12 education, affordable housing, and abortion access. Be assured, voters' priorities are Janeen's priorities. Janeen Connolly embodies the representation LD8 needs now at the Arizona legislature, and she is ready to serve. Caden Darrow, Party Republican, Campaign Funding Traditional, website www.cadendarrow.com. Biography. Caden Darrow, originally from South Dakota, has called Arizona home for nearly a decade. With a background in sales, he thrives on building connections and finding innovative solutions. Known for his leadership skills, Caden has a proven track record of guiding teams toward success. Rooted in hard work and integrity, his Midwestern upbringing and Southwestern lifestyle shapes his dedication to serving our community in the Arizona State House. Committed to making a positive impact, Caden's values resonate in his quest for a leadership role in the state government, where he aims to bring fresh perspectives and effective solutions to benefit the people of Arizona. Statement. In recent months, our district has faced significant challenges, enduring multiple instances of leadership turnover, leaving us without a voice. Our schools are in need of assistance. Crime rates are on the rise. Families are grappling with inflation, escalating gas prices, and a dwindling water supply. We require a steadfast leader who will advocate for us all and restore representation to our district. I am Caden Darrow, and I am proud to seek your support for the Arizona State House. Having called this area home for the nearly 10 years, I am a passionate ASU alumni and dedicated community supporter. As your representative, I pledge to prioritize the common good over partisan politics, advocating for increased funding for education, support for our educators, safer communities, solutions to homelessness, and end the inflation crisis that has made essential groceries unaffordable for many Arizonans. I eagerly anticipate earning your trust and bringing impartial representation back to our community. I am committed to fostering open dialogue and transparency within our district, ensuring that every member of our community feels heard and empowered to participate in shaping our future. I will work tirelessly to bridge the gap between our constituents and government institutions. Brian Garcia, Party Democratic. Campaign funding, participating. Website www.briangarciaaz.com. Biography. Brian Garcia is running for the Arizona House of Representatives in Legislative District 8. Brian is a community advocate and an attorney. As a first-generation graduate of Tempe Public Schools, Brian served on the Tempe Union High School District Governing Board as president and vice president. He fights to protect public education, advocates for pro-democracy policies, and has represented unaccompanied children. Brian is a member of the Pascua Yaqui tribe. Brian holds a bachelor in global studies, a master of legal studies, and a Juris Doctor of Law from Sandra Day O'Connor College of Law from Arizona State University. Statement. For Brian's family, education is the American dream. He was born and raised in Arizona by parents from El Salvador and the Pascua Yaqui tribe in Mexico. Upon becoming citizens, they fought to ensure Brian and his brother Aaron had access to opportunities. Brian's desire to serve is rooted in fighting for our families and our community. This is our home. Brian was raised by our community. He was the first in his family to graduate from high school, college, graduate school, and earn a law degree. Brian has been successful because of teachers, mentors, and community leaders that have helped along the way. One teacher is Mindy Udall, his social studies teacher. She instilled the importance of civic engagement. It is because of teachers like Mindy, who have gone above and beyond for first-generation students like Brian, that create opportunities for us to grow and give back to our communities. Brian is passionate about supporting public education, affordable housing, abortion and reproductive rights, affordable health care, and democracy, among others. Brian is an advocate and a proud product of the LD8 community. Brian Garcia is running as a clean elections candidate for the AZ House in Legislative District 8. Juan Mendez, Party Democratic. Campaign funding, traditional. Website, juanmendezforarizona.com. Biography. Juan is a first-generation Chicano born in Arizona. He received his BA and MPA from ASU. Before getting elected, he worked as a community organizer and nonprofit leader, bringing together the community while conducting research and developing policy strategies and priorities with the community to lead effective human service programs. He is Assistant Minority Leader for the Senate Democratic Caucus, Ranking Democrat on the Senate Government Committee, and former Arizona Legislative Latino Caucus Chair. Outside the legislature, Juan is a father to 2 beautiful daughters, 2 years old and under. Statement. Last year, I became a father to my second daughter. As I look into my daughter's eyes, I am overwhelmed with happiness and feel a great sense of responsibility. I want to give them a better life than I could have imagined. My story begins in the West Valley in a first-generation Chicano family. I grew up in a trailer park with domestic violence. My family got by with predatory loans while we juggled final late notices. I couldn't imagine a future beyond getting through to the next month. But when my family got connected to our community with resources and opportunities, our whole lives changed, and I began to see a better future for my family. We benefited from workforce development training, so my mother could move from food stamps and customer service jobs into working for the state with benefits. Childcare assistance, access, and kids' care allowed us to move out of poverty and into our first home. I know firsthand that public investment is key to an individual's success. These experiences instilled a passion in me for helping those in need across the spectrum of our diverse society, a passion that remains with me to this day.